Hello, it's the Rusty Wright Band, spread music, not hate, Roadcast. We are the Rusty Wright Band. Nick Allen, who plays bass, and we have over here behind the wheel
Rusty Wright, guitar player and general guy whose fault it is.
I'm Lori. I'm band mom.
Band mom, love it. And last but not least,
America, drummer.
Chris America, and America's truly is his last name. And we are here on the road. We're on, 90? We're on
65.
65. We are on I-65, headed on our way to Chicago to play tonight at Buddy Guy's Legends. This is our second time playing at Legends, and it's always a good time. It's also the start of the Blues Festival week in Chicago. And we're on the road, so we just thought we'd stop by, hang out, chat, and introduce you to the Rusty Wright Band. How long have you guys been together as a group?
2004, we started the band. We'd been working together since 98, Rusty and I, and then we kind of had some other people working with us, and we decided to put together the band that we'd been talking about, a blues-based band. And so we put that act together in 2004 and just figured, let's see what we can do with it. Let's see how far we can take this. It ought to be interesting. We weren't young. We weren't the beautiful people. We just thought we'd...
Still ain't.
Yeah, still ain't. Don't know correct English either. But thought we'd just see how far we could take it. And here we are on probably, the second million miles?
At least.
Yeah.
Now, you guys have taken it pretty far, actually. We're working on CD number 6, but you had a top 10 song on the Billboard Blues chart not too long ago.
2015, September 2015. It was number 4 on the Heat Seeker chart for the Midwest, and then it was number 8 on the Billboard Blues chart. Stayed there for 2 or 3 weeks. The only reason it didn't stay longer is our tour ended, and so we couldn't, the CD sales.
The momentum, yeah.
Yeah. If it would have been earlier in the year, we probably could have sustained it quite a bit longer.
Well, see, great things popping with the Rusty Wright Band. I've only been with you guys for a little over a year. And a quick story how we got together. You two, Rusty and Lori, were living in Flint, Michigan.
Woohoo!
At the time, about 10, 11 years ago. And my wife and I were doing a morning radio show in Montgomery, Alabama on an urban radio station. And Playing with Fire, that was your second CD, right?
Yes.
Playing with Fire came across my desk because I was also the program director and music director of the station. And a particular song that I really liked a lot, The Last Days of Whitey Malone. And if you ever get a chance to see us live and you hear that song, you will know why I loved it so much. Loved it to the point where I wanted Rusty on the air. So got him on the air, we did the interview, we played the song, told him at the end in passing that, yeah, I play a little bass. So fast forward now, Rusty and Lori leave Flint and moved to Florida. Now, what made you guys move to Florida?
December 2015, we moved to Florida. And just because we didn't want to be around the north in the winter anymore, after our first tour to Florida, we realized within 24 hours that nothing hurt anymore. And so that was
a culmination of things, though. We would have moved actually much sooner, except for Lori's situation with her parents being an only child. She was taking care of them. Mm-hmm. And, the financial situation in Michigan has been slowly kind of going downhill for decades. And for artistic people, it's really tough. Folks are busy trying to pay the bills and put food on the table. They don't have money to spend on music and art,
Right.
Those are kind of like luxuries, So for people like us, we just needed to go where there was a lot more of that.
The scene's a lot more vibrant down there.
Yeah,
in Florida.
There's a lot more opportunity, and of course you get a lot of tourism. So you get a lot of folks from outside the area that have come there specifically to go out and to enjoy themselves. So
absolutely. So you ended up moving to Winter Haven, Florida. You find out via Facebook that Miss Nan, my wife, and I moved from Alabama back to Florida.
Yeah, I was actually just checking in to say hi. I was going to IM you and go, hey, Nick, how's it going? And all of a sudden I just happened to look at your page and I saw it didn't say Montgomery, Alabama anymore. I thought, holy crap, it says Florida.
Winter Haven, Florida.
Winter Haven, Florida.
5 miles away from each other. And Rusty calls me up and says, hey, Nick, I'm looking for a bass player. You want to audition for my band? I didn't even think twice about it. I said, yeah. And been with you guys ever since. The best decision I've ever made. And Chris, you've been with us for almost going on a year. When's your year anniversary?
Yeah, June 26th, I think.
June 26th is your 1 year anniversary with the band.
Happy birthday to me.
Chris is the resident jokester and actually our audio-visual guy, taking all these screenshots and shots and live-action shots of our tour.
Let him swing around.
Yeah, come on down. Go on, have a seat there, buddy. Don't sit on the head. Okay.
We're in a moving van, so things sometimes get a little weird.
That's why we're on the road, and it's been a great run. This is the start of this first tour run for the summer.
Yeah.
And if I could interject, I have started a Snapchat for the band, which I've already put our story up with a screenshot or a picture of us doing this little business on the road. So RWB_official is the official Snapchat of the Rusty Wright Band.
So we started the top of the show with Spread Music, Not Hate. That is the campaign that we're going out on this road tour. Tell us a little bit on how you guys came up with the concept of Spread Music, Not Hate.
Yeah, kind of hashtag.
Hashtag Spread Music, Not Hate.
Yeah, well, it originally started from all the violence and all the
Bataclan.
Yeah, the Bataclan Theater in France, where those people were killed by Muslim extremists who, targeted them because it was a large gathering of people just coming to hear music. And unfortunately,
there's been so many of those in the last couple of years.
And now the school shootings and everything else is just, it seems like the whole country, the whole world is extremely polarized, and there's this whole, violent us against them mentality everywhere you turn, and, from police shootings to everything else in between. I mean, it's like you don't know what direction to turn. So. Oh,
and there was also that tendency on Facebook Live. There were a lot of violent acts that were being broadcast live.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
that Chicago 5, they beat up that guy on Facebook Live, and that was really the thing that triggered the say,
wanted to do
Spread Music, Not Hate.
Here's this marvelous technology that we've gone to such extreme measures to create, and what are people using it for? To, spread all kinds of misery, pain, and suffering. I mean, what's wrong with the, thought processes there,
The thought process is going in a much different direction than it has been in the past.
Yeah.
And it's going not for the better. That's for...
Well, we kind of felt that last year when we were out on tour, remember?
I remember.
There was a different atmosphere. The interactions we had in gas stations and restaurants, I mean, we were a lot more cautious.
Oh, yeah, completely different vibe.
We
felt uncomfortable around our own fellow citizens.
Yeah, so we were just a lot more cautious just because we didn't want anything to start.
But instead of sitting around whining and complaining and being part of the problem, we decided this Spread Music Not Hate thing would be something positive, at least, to put out there, to get people interested. Yeah, sure, in our music, but in music in general. You can use this same idea for everything that you want to do that's positive, and the arts are a very positive thing. It's about making people feel something good, making people think something good, and taking them out of maybe whatever thing it is that's got them down or got them feeling that they need to express themselves through violence and anger.
Speaking of expression, how would you guys describe our music? I mean, other than the normal quotation blues, how would you describe it?
Okay, should we say it all in unison?
It's a gazillion-fright.
A gazillion-fright?
Yeah, it's like I can't figure out what it is. It comes from all kinds of places, so I just come up with my own word. It's gazillion-fright music.
Okay.
Which translates into aggressive, progressive, electric roots
music.
There we go.
There we go. Progressive electric roots.
Gazillion-fright.
Gazillion-fright rolls off the tongue faster, though.
Yeah, well, there's the T-shirt, too.
Gazillion-fright.
Gazil would be on the front, Freud would be on the back. There you go. You're listening to the Rusty Wright Band, Spread Music Not Hate Roadcast. We are on the road going to Chicago to play tonight at Buddy Guy's Legends. What was the vibe when we played at Legends last year? I know, being born and raised in Chicago, I loved going to Buddy Guy's, for the jam night.
That was our first time there last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is, it'll be the night before the start of the Chicago Blues Fest. And so I don't know what kind of crowd we're going to have tonight. I'm hoping that people will wander on in.
You got to figure folks are getting ready, so maybe they'll want to come out and just sort of get in the mood and, you know, kind of hang out.
Now, last time, who was it that was sitting down front last year?
Lori Bell.
Lori Bell,
Yeah.
that's right. Yep, he came in just out of the blue, didn't realize, you know, who was playing. He was there to see someone, and he just ended up hanging out all night long and came up to me after the show and said, man, I'll remember your name next time you guys come to town. So,
Yeah.
Lori, if you're out there, I hope to see you.
The lady he was with had the most gorgeous high heels on, and I just coveted those high heels, and I can't wear them anymore. So I was jealous of her high heels. They were beautiful.
Showtime tonight is at 9:30, and Buddy Guy's Legends. Google it, look it up, MapQuest it if you're not too sure what the address is.
BuddyGuy.com.
BuddyGuy.com.
Silja
Chris, you're awful quiet.
I am right now trying to create a Bitmoji that looks like Rusty Wright for the Snapchat
Oh,
profile.
Cool. Come on out and see us. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to love the tunes that we play.
And then Thursday, we just left Indianapolis. We stayed just outside of Indianapolis at Greenwood, Indiana.
You really want to say where we stayed last night?
No, I'm not saying where we stayed. But we had a great breakfast at Denny's with the most fabulous waitress.
Yes. Sarah. Thank you, Sarah.
She called Rusty, honey buns and sugar pie, and we all got called sweetums.
Yeah.
But she rocked. She was awesome.
She worked hard for her tip this
Oh,
morning.
yeah. We tipped her like 40%, I think.
So we're going to be doing some live stuff all week long while we are on the road. We have Chicago tonight, Indianapolis tomorrow.
Yep, the Slippery Noodle.
Slippery Noodle.
Another great
Isn't
place.
that the oldest bar in Indianapolis?
It is,
Yeah.
yes, the oldest bar in Indianapolis.
Oldest,
And they've also had a lot of really awesome musicians. They had a list on their menu last year when we were there, and it had like everyone from, I think, Buddy Guy to Dave Matthews and everything in between. I mean, it's a pretty cool little hot
it is a
spot.
cool club. We play there once or twice a year. They have an awesome band house.
Yep, very good crowd, awesome people that work there. I mean, just a great experience in general. So if you're in the Indianapolis area Thursday night, that'll be the 7th of June.
Yep, and then on the 8th we head on up to Middleton, Wisconsin, just outside of Madison, where we'll be at the Club Tavern.
This will be our first time there.
Yeah. And Madison Blues Society, we're hoping we get some folks from the Madison Blues Society. They've been asking us to play their picnic for several years now, and we haven't been able to work our schedule. It was off by a week this year.
So is this an outdoor gig? Or
Middleton? No.
Middleton? Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then Saturday we head back to Mishawaka.
Yep.
Yeah.
Midway Tavern, one of the last juke joints around.
The Midway Tavern has to be experienced. You pull up out front and you think, uh-oh. I mean, it looks like a house that's been added on to, in an older neighborhood.
It's a juke joint.
And you walk into the bar and it's really tiny up front. But then there's these double doors, and you walk through the double doors, and it's the club part, and nothing has changed there in decades. There's autographs over every square inch of wall and door space.
Oh, yeah. You would be amazed at some of the names you'll find on the walls.
And the music is it permeates the walls. You walk in and you just get this vibe. And it's impossible to describe how these places feel when you walk in. They're never fancy. They're usually really run down, and it's part of the charm. I mean, once you go there, after you get over the initial shock.
Right. It's kind of like if these walls could talk, the stories they could tell.
Yeah. And the Midway Tavern, the acoustics just sound awesome.
Yeah. All wood room, wood floors, wood ceilings, wood walls. I mean, it's just a very warm.
It's been open since, what, the 20s or 30s?
Yeah.
The 20s.
I think Al Capone hung out there.
And so we're hoping to see some of our Michigan friends there.
Then after that, we go back up to Flint for the art fair on Sunday.
Flint Art Fair, the 51st annual. And we've been playing that. Rusty and I have been playing that since, before you and I were even dating, I think. I was playing it. But we started playing it in, 98, 99?
Somewhere around
You
there.
and I started working together, playing music together in 98. So probably 99 we started playing the art fair. And we've played almost every year, except for 2001 when we got married that weekend.
Yeah, that's right.
And so, in fact, Rusty and I are celebrating our 17th anniversary on Friday night, or Saturday night.